everyone, and welcome to a brand new series, Hangout with ST. She's Alyssa.
And he's Haryanto. And Hangout at ST is a weekly news bulletin where we bring you top stories of the week, in case you were wondering, because we saw some comments saying, "Apa ini?"
Yeah, that's right. Now, ranging from local news and everything that's happening around the world. And of course, before we start with this week's top news, we would like to wish everyone a happy Chinese New Year.
恭喜发财. And if you're I hope you settle back into work nicely, but if not, well, don't worry, the weekend is just one day away, right?
Yep, that's right. And of course, right here at Hangout with ST, we are going live from the Straits Times newsroom.
Live!
Which means
oh my god.
You can tell Alyssa is excited and nervous at the same time. And of course, you can leave a comment or two in our comment section just below. And, we may just read your comments.
Yeah, like I did, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, come say hi to us. And more importantly, also tell all your friends and your family members to tune in. And, Alyssa, this week, we're going to be talking about a few issues. We are, of course, going to be talking about the daring boat chase, boat escape, right? We're going to be talking about money. Discussing Budget 2018, and of course the much anticipated Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
And also, how you can make it to the Olympics even if you're not very good.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Find out. You'll find out later.
Okay, we'll find that out.
Right, but first things first, for most of the week, everyone's been talking about the budget, right? Rightly so. But now, everyone's talking about Chew Eng Han, the former City Harvest Church fund manager who has been charged with leaving Singapore unlawfully.
And I know that he left on a motorized boat. Motorized sampan, actually.
Well, actually, everyone's been saying sampan, but I think we should just say boat.
We should say boat. Okay.
Just boat.
Okay, so just a disclaimer. When Alyssa and I, we heard the breaking news yesterday, right? Because it was a chill out Wednesday, everybody was just looking forward to the weekend because it was the middle of the week. And then breaking news happened, right?
Yeah.
And then, oh no, he's trying to escape.
And then how?
How, exactly.
By
then
boat.
when we found out by boat,
we were like, oh, why?
What was he thinking, right?
And by the way, this wasn't in the middle, under the cover of the night. It was in broad daylight in the morning, like almost 9 a.m.
Yes. So we were wondering, and I think one of our colleagues, Edward, actually went over to the conference and to find out more. So here is the lowdown of what happened yesterday.
Oh, drama! The music, did you hear that? Right.
It was good. I like the graphics.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The
Good job,
really
Edward and Alexis.
Yes.
Shout out to our colleagues. So for Chew Eng Han, for his role in the City Harvest Church saga, he was actually supposed to, he was sentenced to 3 years and 4 months, and he was supposed to serve his sentence today.
Yep, correct.
But that will explain why he attempted to leave Singapore.
Yeah. So so what happened was he asked for deferment. Right? So the other 5 CHC members have already started serving. And then he asked for a deferment right after Chinese New Year.
To spend Chinese New Year
with his family. So in a way, I suppose we can sympathize.
Yes.
Right? Maybe he spent time with the family and then he realizes that, hey, this is what I'm going to miss out, right?
Yeah,
if I were to go, a lot to lose and all that. And I think when he was found, he was found with fishing equipment, right?
Yes, and $5,000
yeah, and $5,000 cash.
With
a man named Tan who was steering the boat, so he was the boatman. And of course, you know, he said that, oh, they were going fishing. But clearly, you know, there was a tip-off and all saying that they were actually trying to escape. And they were found nearby Pulau Ubin area heading towards Malaysia. So this is the thing, Alyssa. Of course, our waters are highly guarded. That's one, right? And secondly, I mean, come on, traversing the waters to go to Malaysia.
He must have been really desperate. And I can't begin to imagine what it would be like to have to go to prison.
That's true.
However, he did say, in 2015, he did say that he intends to write a book about his experiences and hopefully make a movie out of it.
So I guess that is something that we can look forward to.
I definitely.
You will watch? And
I will watch it. I will watch it.
Yeah. So,
why not?
Hey, you know, we will just have to wait for the book and the movie. And so today he was charged. This morning, right?
Yes,
he was
this morning
charged.
at 9 a.m.
Yep. So 9 a.m. he was charged, and we'll see how it goes from there. And of course, for those of you who have just recently joined us right here, hello to you guys. We are going to you live from the Straits Times newsroom, and this is a brand new series, Hangout with ST, where we bring to you top stories of the week. And because we're going live, we have comments.
And here I am looking at some of it. Some people say, so Ben C said he should take up scuba diving.
He should take up scuba diving. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether he can last long.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I read one more.
Okay, one more.
Someone called MC Jason Jagan. He's thinking he was James Bond 007.
Maybe. Okay. So remember, keep your comments coming in. And of course, do share it with your friends and your family members to come just, you know, join us. Even if you're not watching us visually. I know maybe some of you all are in the office, right? And then, you know, you can't watch videos. Just have us on the background. And then you can hear our voices. Right? Yep. So, of course, moving on. I think budget, right? We talked about budget now. So on Monday, Minister Heng Swee Keat delivered his budget speech.
Yes.
And of course, there were a lot of measures that he mentioned that will be taken in the coming years to tackle Singapore's challenges and Singapore's need. A lot of issues were raised, but of course, the one that really got people talking was the GST hike.
GST hike, right. So our GST at 7% will be raised to 9%, not so soon, but between the years 2021 and 2025, depending on the economy. Yep,
depending on the economy. And of course, here's how Mr. Heng explains it in his budget speech.
Currently, we spend up to 50% of expected net investment returns and keep the remainder in our reserves. This allows our reserves to grow with our economy. If instead we use 100% of the returns, the principal sum of the reserves will stagnate over time, and the NRRC as a share of GDP will consequently fall as our economy grows. The impact of this will not be trivial, given that our budget now relies on the NRRC as the largest source of revenue. In a more extreme scenario, if we spend more than our investment returns, we'll eat into our nest egg. Doing so would mean that our reserves will shrink over time, generating a progressively smaller stream of income in the years that follow, till eventually our reserves are exhausted.
All right, so why people are talking about it is because why is our GST being increased when we have a budget surplus of $9.6 billion?
And in fact, the estimated was probably around
1.9 billion.
1.9 billion, so that it's close to 9 times more, right?
That's a lot of money. I mean, for my bonus, I mean, I have low expectations, and then
bonus touchy subject. And of course, in an ST interview with Minister Heng a day after the budget, in fact, he said that this surplus was due to unexpected factors like healthy property market that brought in higher stamp duties and financial market fluctuations that led to a big jump in investment returns.
And also, our Senior Minister of State for Finance, Ijrani Raja, said that the fourth generation of Singaporeans must continue to not only preserve but to grow the wealth that has been accumulated.
Yep, and of course, long-term trends, right, shows that there's an aging population, therefore necessitate health care spending. And Mr. Heng also explained exactly why do we not tap on these reserves that we have in his budget speech.
This GST increase is necessary Because even after exploring various options to manage our future expenditures through prudent spending, saving and borrowing for infrastructure, there is still a gap. Increasing GST by 2 percentage points will provide us with revenue of almost 0.7% of GDP per year. This boost in revenue will be vital in closing this gap. We'll continue to manage our expenditures and the need for other future revenue measures carefully and plan ahead early for our overall revenue and expenditure needs.
Yep, so it's really, you know, about investing, and then it brings in a lot of money.
Setting the money aside to invest in more and save.
Yeah, and to be able to get a reserve. And of course, you know, we do not deny that the lower income family will be the most affected by the GST hike. Therefore, you know, to cushion the hike as well, there will be the permanent GST voucher scheme will be enhanced when the tax goes up.
Right, and 2 billion top up.
Correct. And, you know, but of course, beyond that, Alyssa, you know, I think with the GST hike, a lot of people are saying as well, why are we paying for the other generation?
Right. In fact, more than 1/3 of Singaporeans between the ages 20 and 34, according to this study by the Institute of Policy Studies, said that each generation should take care of itself without the need to be supported by other generations. Now, what do you think about that?
Okay, so you see, right, all the goodness that we've enjoyed, right, security, stability.
Us being a first world country.
Us being a first world country or developed country, right? It is, of course, due to our past generations, right? Our forefathers who have toiled.
And in fact,
and
it's
moiled.
very immediate, like our parents, our grandparents.
Yeah, correct. So I think it's about paying them back.
Right.
And beyond that also, I mean, hey, you know, whatever that we're doing now, it is also for our future generation, for our children.
Yeah, and
right?
we are a community.
Yep. Yeah. So for me, I say, you know, it's not so much about living in silo. You know, whatever that we do, you know, we're helping each generation out.
Yeah, well, although the GST hike it will be a few years away, what you can be sure will be here come January 1st, 2020 is the e-services GST.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yep. And of course, that means digital services will be taxed even though they do not have any physical presence in Singapore. So, for example, you know, your streaming apps like Netflix and Spotify, Views and all that. But I understand why. You know, that tax is happening, you see. So, okay, so for example, right, so you have Netflix or Spotify that comes in, and then it's going to compete with the local content providers. So, for example, your Elysees.
Right, so Elysees is free to air.
Okay, so Elysees is free to air.
Plugging it, right? So SC series, it comes about every 2 weeks, and it's free. You can watch it on YouTube and our Facebook and on straitstimes.com.
Yes. Wow,
and it's free.
That's a full plug-in right there. Okay, so it's free, right? So when these kind of, you know, providers come in, it competes with Elysees.
Although, thank you very much for putting Elysees on the same level as Netflix.
Oh, for sure, right? So, you know, so the question is then when the tax happens, do these companies then just absorb the taxes?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, right? Or they pass it on to the consumers. So if they pass it on to the consumers, then you will see a higher subscription fee, right?
But I don't think that's going to stop anyone from continuing their subscription.
Of course, but, you know, people will grumble. I will grumble.
I will,
you know?
for sure.
I would grumble, but of course, you know, I would say, hey, if you're going to be increasing XX amount, then I would expect, I don't know, better content, more content, or even better service, right? So maybe 12-month subscription with 1 month, 13-month free.
13-month bonus.
Kind of thing, right?
Right.
So that, But
thankfully, e-commerce is not affected.
E-commerce goods are not affected, right? So which means that Alyssa
can continue shopping online.
Can still shop at ASOS. I don't shop online, but Alyssa does a lot. So, you know, and you guys, if you do shop online a lot...
Are you happy to hear this news? Because I was.
Yeah, so e-commerce goods are still not affected. But whatever it is, you know, the hike is definitely going to happen, right? Both GST and, of course, the e-services as well. It's really about how then you brace yourself for it, I guess, you know. So maybe you want to share in the comment section, you know, whether you are for or against the hike, and if you are so, why, and how are you going to cope? Yep.
Right. And if you just joined us, my name's Alyssa.
And I'm Haryanto. And this is Hangout with ST, where we bring to you top news of the week live from the Straits Times newsroom. So keep your comments coming in. I think we are getting more comments in. and more views as well, right? Yeah. Do we have anything that we want to read out?
Well, Jan, it seems like a lot of your friends are online commenting, saying that you're very handsome.
Oh.
Who is this?
I'm so
Muhammad
shy.
Aifan?
Alman Falati Marisat. Aww.
Handsome siya yan to.
Ah,
Handsome.
thank you so much. Okay. Now, of course, moving on to a lighter note, and of course to entertainment news, director Ryan Coogler's first superhero film, Black Panther, has been racking up one glowing review after another from critics and fans following its release last Thursday.
Okay, no spoilers, please. I haven't seen it, but you have.
I have. Okay, so Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda
Okay.
Forever.
So basically, the premise of the show, right? It's set in a fictional kingdom, Wakanda, right? And so the king, T'Challa, he has just been given the throne, but his throne is being threatened by another person, right? And this person also happens to be from Wakanda as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's as much as I'm going to share. Okay. But what I like about the show is really the set. The set is amazing. You, as a fashion writer, right? You used to be a fashion writer. You love fashion. You would love the fashion, the costume.
I have seen, I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but on my news feed, all these articles about the movie, I've been seeing pictures of the warrior costumes.
Yes.
These women in really cool looking costumes, not wearing a bikini to go to war. I mean, come on. I like it. And I also read that during New York Fashion Week, there were 7 designers who put out collections, runway shows of, and they had costumes based on the show itself.
Correct.
And it's doing quite well, and it's a great display of the different cultures.
The different cultures. And you know, in fact, it draws from various African cultures to create the fictional kingdom of Wakanda, right? So they got elements from all the different continents, including Uganda, South Africa, Burundi, Rwanda, Kenya, and Ethiopia. No, you know, beyond just the set and the colorful pieces, of course, it gives us a peek into the South African culture, and it puts it to the forefront. Okay, and even the characters themselves, you know, they spoke a mix of English and Xhosa, which is a South African dialect. And you know, beyond that, also there is what I like. There is a juxtaposition of, you know, the mysticism of the South African culture. So there was a part where, you know, they sought divine intervention, you know, from their forefathers, their ancestors. But at the same time, also there is that technology bit, which is the vibranium, right? So that is the
What's
resource.
vibranium?
Okay, so
titanium.
Yeah, so it's a resource that they've got that's in abundance
Aluminium?
in Wakanda. Yes, you got it. So this vibranium, so full-on technology, right? And vibranium is the one that powers the whole city up. And of course, beyond that, also there is that theme of female empowerment, right? You see through the Dora Milaje regiment or the army that basically protects the king. Really cool. They are superpower, you know, super women. And of course, his love interest, Nakia, also, you know, strong women, knows how to fight. And what I like is the younger sister, in fact, Shuri. Now, she heads the science lab that you know, that studies vibranium and how vibranium can be used to benefit the people of Wakanda.
So basically, you like that they're depicting women as beautiful and smart, or
smart
right?
Yeah.
And the numbers don't lie. I mean, the movie already made 427 million worldwide in just 4 days of its release. Domestically, in the US, it made $242 million, which has already surpassed Justice League for its entire domestic run.
And I think, you know, for you, Alyssa, as well, right? I think there is like a...
Eye candy?
Yeah, eye candy for you?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, I'm already on it. And do you know he lives with his parents?
You mean like live off his parents?
No. He lives with his parents in a 4-bedroom mansion that he bought for them in California.
Okay.
How
so
sweet.
Good supervillain.
Are you sure it's a supervillain?
He is. He's a supervillain. You will like him.
Yeah. All right.
So again, for those of you who have just joined us here at Hangout with ST,
we are live.
We are live from the Straits Times newsroom, and of course, you know, you can leave your comments. And again, we bring to you top news of the week. We just did Black Panther. Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever. And now on to sports. Winter Olympic athletes making headlines for reasons that you wouldn't expect.
Like what? Falling flat on their face?
Oh, no. A Russian curler caught for doping. Can you imagine?
Okay.
Russian curler caught for doping.
Okay.
Crazy pants. Like crazy pants. Yes. And then underachieving skier who's gamed the system. She gamed it.
Okay, so how she managed to get in without actually doing
Right. So her
puppet.
name, so she is Elizabeth Sweeney. She's
Yep.
born and raised in the United States,
Yep.
but she was representing Hungary.
Yeah.
And doing her half pipe event, she just did a very basic run. No tricks,
no
but she
tricks,
didn't fall. And by the time she finished her event, everyone was like, well, we don't know. Are we supposed to clap or not? Was it amazing or not?
So as an audience member, you get confused.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the picture, she looks really cool and all that. But when you see the video, it's like, oh man.
We couldn't, show you the videos, of course, because of copyright restrictions. But you can still, just do a quick Google search, and you'll be able to find the video, and you'll understand what we mean by, she just skids around. Okay, so to show an example, right? Okay, so imagine this is a half pipeline. Okay, so she just goes down.
Sorry, my palms are sweaty.
And she doesn't even go up, right? So it's just at the edge.
Yeah, just at the edge.
And after that, she goes down again.
Yep.
Stop.
And, yep.
She goes
and then
down again.
Yep.
And stop. And she goes down again. Stop. And then by the end of it all, you realize that she's like panting. It's as though she has done, like twists and turns and all that.
Man. And then everyone's like,
right. Okay. So the question, this begs the question: how did she manage to get qualified into the Olympics, the Pyeongchang Olympics, right? So what she did was basically she just needed to consistently finish in the top 30 at World Cup events to make it to South Korea. Now she persisted with easy runs and sometimes not even attempting any tricks, and more importantly, she does not fall, so that she will always record a score.
Yeah, and apparently she purposely scheduled her games, competition dates, so that when the best skiers were out of town, then she would be there.
She'll be there, yeah. So smart, right? So Lisa,
but I mean, why go through all the effort to game the system? You don't even come out on top. I mean, that's
so
all the effort.
Some people, their wish is just to join the Olympics, right? Once they're okay with joining the Olympics, and then that's it.
Then just join as a volunteer.
Join as a volunteer.
Join as a volunteer.
But more importantly, that means now, Alyssa, you can join the Olympics as well.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
My dreams of being an Olympic skier.
They're just, they're going to review the whole process of it to make sure that this does not happen again.
But going back to the colour, about the doping situation.
Yeah. Okay, so the colour, right? If you do not know, the curling game, in fact, is one of the least taxing games, right? Events in games, as compared to, say, snowboarding, figure skating and all that.
Skiing.
So, skiing. So the question is, why do you need to take drugs?
Yeah, why? But it can't be that easy to airbend the puck into where it's supposed to be.
But okay, who are we to judge? We don't know, right? We don't know.
Right?
Maybe it's the nerves of joining the Olympics.
Yeah, but one thing you don't need to be on drugs for is to wear crazy pants. So look at the Norway's curling team.
It's the curling team again.
Look at it. Why is it the curling team?
It's always the curling team.
Look at that
You can see those pants from outer space.
Will you wear it?
Will I wear it? Good question,
It's cute. It's kind of cute. Maybe on a child, but not on a full-grown man.
That is true. You see, Alyssa, the fashion icon person, giving her
stamp of approval.
Stamp of approval or disapproval? On grown men.
On grown men, disapproval.
Disapproval. But hey, maybe because the game is a bit slow and all that, they need something to stand out.
Or to make them a bit happy. Okay.
Yeah, nappy, right?
Makes sense.
All right, now that is all we have for you for our top stories of the week. Again, for those of you who just joined us quite recently, we're towards the end, but don't worry, because we are going to be reading your comments right now because it's live, right? So we have some comments here. Okay.
Someone say you're handsome again. Why is this?
Hey.
Kevin Angry Man Ho. Ayo, Haryanto so handsome. You tell them to say all this.
That's it, lah. Alyssa is going to get
Oh my gosh,
jealous.
okay, I got a proposal.
Okay, you got a proposal.
Jeffrey Alyssa, I can be your Wakanda prince.
Oh!
Whoa, you sure?
So you one up, okay, Alyssa, you've got a marriage proposal. I don't have a marriage proposal.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else? Okay, do we have anything on the hike or anything?
On the hike.
Oh, okay, wait. We have one more. MC Jason Jagan.
No, don't read it. Forget it. We'll move on to the next one.
Alyssa, forget about GST. You are cute.
Woo! Sorry, but I can't stop the GST hike, so what's the point?
Okay.
What's the point?
All right, and last one, of course, GST goes up means everything goes up. Oh my God. Yep. Okay,
Yep,
so
true.
you might want to keep your comments coming in because, you know, our video is still going to be there. And yeah, do keep your comments in whether GST you are for or against, and, you know, Black Panther, whether you're going to watch, whether you like it, and of course, your opinions on the Olympics. Now, ending off our Hangout with ST, what we're going to do is every week we're going to end off things on a light note where we're going to share with you the comments, top Facebook comments on our Facebook page.
Yep, let's
okay,
go
so
to it.
First one, okay. I think first one is
on
the one on our budget story, right?
See?
Okay.
Peter Tan, hire me to write a nice story. Readers will enjoy, not some boring articles. Ah, Peter Tan.
Peter, where do we begin with Peter Tan?
So no, we need to give
a bit of context.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Peter Tan is a what Alyssa would call the ST commentator, in-house commentator, right?
Yeah. He comments on almost on every Facebook post that we have. Sometimes he shares some pearls of wisdom. Sometimes he likes to crack jokes like this.
Yeah. But I think more importantly, I mean, we appreciate his comments, you know. So you should be like Peter Tan.
Thanks, Peter.
Yes. We do want to know what you look like. So if you're tuned in,
are you live now? Are you?
Please say hi to us.
Let me check.
And for everyone else as well, you know, keep your comments in.
Yes, Peter Tan is legend.
Right.
Yeah, legend.
Okay, moving on. Next comment.
All right, so this one is for our budget video.
Budget video by our colleague, right?
Our colleague, his name is Brian De Silva.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I was going to plug something for him, but he might not like it. Okay, so what comment is this?
Okay.
By Andrea. Azarine, gotta give credit to ST for using that lovely face to deliver bad news.
Oh, hey, come on, it's not bad news.
A bit of sugar with the medicine.
A bit sugar with the medicine, okay. All right, and of course we have the next comment.
The next one, okay, so the last one that we have is on
the drama video.
Yeah, the
drama video. Okay.
Right, okay, and we have this comment here from Safzad Izzad.
Yeah,
He has a blueberry pancake recipe.
Yeah, okay, so he says here, I can't think of anything to comment, so I'm just going to post a blueberry pancake recipe. That's right, you go, Shah. You know, if you don't have anything nice to say, post a blueberry pancake recipe.
Yes, why not, right? Why not?
Yeah.
I was dying for some blueberry pancakes anyway.
Yes, correct.
I hope this works. Only 2 steps, so easy.
So are you going to do it first?
Why must set aside for 1 hour? Okay, in a large bowl, sieve together flour, salt, baking powder, blah, blah, blah. In a small bowl, beat it, blah, blah, blah. Mix in the butter and fold in the blueberries. Set aside for 1 hour.
Okay, so Alyssa's going to do it for her next.
1 hour?
Ellie
Why?
Says, okay? Ellie says Ellie cooking.
So why set aside for 1 hour?
Alright, that is all we have for you this week again. Don't forget to tune in next week, same time, same day, that is on Thursday, 4:30 p.m. For more news, stories, and videos, where can we log on, Alyssa?
StraitsTimes.com.
StraitsTimes.com, and of course, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. Like us on our Facebook page, that is Straits Times, the Straits Times. On our Instagram as well, Straits Times, and of course our Twitter, that is st.com. And you know, don't forget to share our videos and all our news with your friends and family members as well. Once again, she's Alyssa.
And he's Haryanto.
Goodbye and see you next week.